What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we're gonna check out dealerships are getting what they deserve. We're gonna check out some more of these cars just sitting on these dealerships, collecting dust. Nobody's trying to pay for them. Nobody's trying to finance these cars, and a lot of times they have to do crazy markdowns on the prices because nobody can afford them. I mean, the economy that we're living in is insanely expensive, the cost of living, so people can't afford these vehicles, and a lot of people are defaulting on their car loans, because they can't afford them. So we're gonna check this out. You guys have been very interested in this particular series. Gonna give a shout out to the person that's going there, Thomas Sieber. I could be mispronouncing it. Go subscribe to him on YouTube, and we're gonna check this out, man. It looks like a lot of Broncos just sitting there and not getting no type of driving time.
You drive past a dealership lot right now, it'll be completely full. Even their overflow lot is going to be completely full. They are filled with overpriced inventory that they simply can't sell. Even with a little discount from the manufacturer, a little rebate, and a little dealer discount, it's not enough. People are saying, I need more discounts. I need 20, 30,000 off some of these pickups because they're so dang expensive. And we all know dealerships showed their true colors over the last few years with all the market adjustments and stupid charges. That's the biggest problem. Also, manufacturers raising the price on top of the dealership adding all the BS. So you got to think about it. The dealership screws you over so bad, and I don't think people understand how bad they do. Most of the stuff that dealership adds provides no value at all. Nitrogen-filled tires, all this stuff that's just a complete BS scam. And the worst part about it is people think they got a good deal. They go through the finance department, they buy all the warranties, and they say the dealership treated me so nicely. Yeah, it's because they made 10 grand off of you. Try to go through the finance box without buying any products. They turn real quick from a nice person to not so nice. Especially if you're a cash deal, not financing, not buying any product. Generally, it can be pretty quick, but it's definitely not a happy process. The finance guy is not happy to see me. But you have to understand, when you finance to a dealership, you fill out that credit app. Most of the time, they're raising the rate on you, so they get you approved at 8, but they're going to show you 10%. And they get a spread of the difference from the bank. It's an additional profit driver for the dealership. That's one of the most scummy ways to make money, is to raise the rate on an interest rate that's already approved by the lender at a certain rate. It's crazy. And if you buy any warranty or any gap coverage, they're going to tell you, maybe if you negotiate, oh, I'm giving it to you at cost. I call BS on that. You're paying probably double or triple what it costs. And as vehicles continue to rise, people are financing their car longer and longer. We already know 84 months is all over the place. But when are they going to start doing 96 and all this stuff? It's going to happen eventually.
They are, man. Like, people, people don't have the money, especially when it comes to a new car. Now, I do think, getting a used car potentially can be a little bit more beneficial to you, but buying something new, even then with a used car, you can still find yourself in these long-term contracts just to be able to have a manageable car note. And that's not including the insurance, depending on who insurance you're with, not included if you get the extended warranty, especially if you're getting a vehicle that, it may be a higher end vehicle or a vehicle that costs a little bit more when it comes to parts and stuff. You're going to want to get that extended warranty because you never know what could happen if your vehicle, malfunctions. And if you're not really good with cars like that, you're going to need to get it fixed, and that's going to cost some money as well. Bruh, they be racking in bread, so it's one of those things where you don't really have sympathy for a lot of these car dealerships because of what they do to get money and how they do, how they try to get over on their customers to, make as much money as possible without really telling them the truth. That's why you kind of gotta know what you're doing before you even think about buying a car, and always be willing to walk away. And that's something I've had to learn myself. Just being able to walk away from something. No matter how bad you want it, if it's not looking right to you financially, walk away. Because 9 times out of 10, you can find that car, maybe even cheaper if you keep looking.
And that's the craziest thing to me. And they're going to keep financing longer and longer, and it's going to be more interest. It's a bad situation. But finally, dealerships are getting maxed out because rates are high, prices are high. People don't make $1 million a year on average for these $200,000 Ford F-250s. Like, for real, that's how crazy.
$200,000 for a Ford Wait, no fucking way. Wait a minute.
For real, that's how crazy these prices are. Ford F-250s. Like, for
Ford F-250. Nah, bro. Bro, that What?
Real. That's how crazy these prices are. So now the dealership's not able to add their warranties or this and that because they can't add it onto their payment. They're low.
Okay, it's Shelby. But even then, that's crazy. I didn't know how much. I didn't know them Shelby trucks was that expensive. Very fast vehicles. Did not know they were that expensive. Holy shit.
To value is only so much. They can only add so much to it. So it is definitely getting harder for dealerships to make as much profit as they were just a few years ago. Of course, they're not, but still, they ripped us off bad. And you got to realize what they add generally provides no value. And when they do provide what little bit of value they do, let's say they add a lift, wheels, and tires, which some people will say it does, some people will say it don't, but $20,000 in add-ons for that stuff. But if you do it yourself and you bring a Jeep with all the aftermarket parts, they're going to tell you it's worth less. But they do it and they want an extra 20 or 30 grand. So it's pretty funny. So as we still continue to see 2023 still on the lot, and there's a lot of 2024s, and they continue to sit for 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 700 days on the lot. They're finally getting a taste of their own medicine because they took advantage and now they're screwed. Now they're stuck with that inventory. Now there's going to be plenty of people that continue to buy because honestly, it's so easy to get a car loan in the
They upped it up by 20 plus thousand.
United States. But as the dealership fills up, they can't accept allocations from the manufacturer, so the manufacturer's getting hit as well. And that's why every single manufacturer from Ford to General Motors has lots full near their factory waiting to go to the dealerships. And it's really unfortunate because in the United States, most states have laws that restrict you from buying directly from the manufacturer at all. I see a world where we could have both direct to the manufacturer sales and the dealerships. They can compete. Some people want to go to the dealership and negotiate. Some people are just going to go ahead and pay MSRP and not deal with the dealership. They need to have both available. And some will say, well, what about service? Well, the manufacturer could have a service department. That's pretty easy. But again, I see a world where there's both direct to consumer and also the dealerships. Let it be a free market. Why are we forced to go through a dealership? Why are we not allowed legally to buy a car from the manufacturer? So the whole process is just crazy, but finally dealerships are getting back to how they had all this inventory. It's sitting around. Their profits are down. They're finally getting a taste of their own medicine a little bit, but they need a lot more. For dealerships to really feel the pain, we just really got to stop buying this overpriced junk. And people are finally starting to realize repo rates go up and people realize it's not the way. I don't need a new vehicle right now as these prices keep going up and up and up. And as we know, they screwed us over for so long. They're just kind of saying,
all those
I'm done
new
with
Mustangs
it.
just sitting there,
I'm not
bro.
going through a dealership anymore.
I've
never known so many people to also watch videos, learn to negotiate the right way, and really not let the dealership take advantage of you by not buying additional products. Be that buyer. Don't be the finance manager's best friend. You don't want to be friends with that person. They're going to rip you 15 ways from Sunday. I'm real curious to know what you think. Do you think some of these dealerships are getting a taste of their own medicine?
Oh, for sure.
There are 2023s and 2024s at your local dealership right now. Pretty much across all of America, old new stock is the new term, and it's becoming more popular than it's ever been. And it's because these prices are so high and discounts were not there, especially a few years ago. So now they're stuck like Chuck with this inventory, and that all the dealership can do is keep raising discounts, but it's never going to be enough because it's such an overpriced vehicle, and we already know how greedy and how sleazy these dealerships. Don't let them take advantage of you. Let me know what you
98,000 and they bumped it up to like 100 something thousand.
You think. Have a great day and stay blessed.
That's fucking insanity. And look, I don't think anyone's tripping, bro. I'm not boo-hooing crying, oh no, the dealership, my local dealership, they can't sell their cars. Don't care. For the longest time, they've never really been consumer friendly. You may know some people that can help you out, but a lot of times, I mean, we've seen it. They just hike up the prices for, whatever reason to get their profit. It's a business. We get that. But it's not about making sure the consumer gets, the proper value. It's literally just about making sure they get the most profit out of everything, and I get it. It's a business. That's what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, now they're getting hit with people can't afford it. And the less people that are buying these cars, the more money they lose because they can't even sell the cars. So comment down below. Let me know some other car related videos y'all want me to check out. I definitely will. I appreciate all the love, support. Road to 20K. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.